Okay, guys, welcome back to the Let's Get Freaky podcast. Very excited to welcome back a returning guest, an absolute legend, Liam Holmes. How are you, my brother? Thank
I'm
you
good,
so
mate.
much for coming back.
No problem. It's a pleasure. Is this my third time now? I think it is, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Do,
And
do I get a hat trick ball then?
that is a great idea. I should start doing that. This is your third time. I've been on your show a few times. We've done Andy
Yeah,
Decode show together. We've,
yeah,
we've we've recorded a lot together, man. You
yeah.
are a brother. And it's always a pleasure, man. We're in the spooky shed tonight. This is where we are. We're in the spooky shed with Liam Holmes. For anyone that doesn't know you, hasn't listened to previous episodes, can you tell the listeners a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so obviously I have my podcast, the Spooker Shed podcast, which is where I am now in a freezing cold shed. And yeah, spooky.
It does get
Just you,
spooky.
it does. It does. Like I say, even weird stuff has happened in here, which we'll get into.
Oh, interesting stuff. That's what's cool with you is because I've watched your journey from the start. We kind of started around the same time, and I've seen you go from like. And I'm not saying you're not a full believer now. I don't know. You might be. But when we first ever talked, you were more on the skeptical side. You'd had experiences. You'd
Mm.
had these experiences when you was a child with like an imaginary friend, which maybe wasn't an imaginary friend, which we know is quite a common theme in the paranormal. Apparently, I had an imaginary friend. My mum was telling me, and I can't remember that. Can't remember that friend, but apparently when I was little, I used to have an imaginary friend, like a lot of kids do. You'd had experiences, but you wasn't completely sold. And I've kind of watched you as your show's gone on. I would say you're a believer now.
Yeah, I don't have a choice anymore, mate. And the funny thing is, Uh, I don't know. I mean, well, this might be a good place to start, but my imaginary friend that we spoke about the first time I was on your episode, have well, sort of narrowed it down to who that was.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
with the help of somebody you know, JJ Rose.
Oh wow! Shout out JJ. She's amazing.
Yes,
Whoa.
definitely.
Okay. Well, so
Yeah.
okay. So what we'll do, we'll go back to your imaginary friend, just for people
Mhm.
that haven't heard that episode. So this is standalone. Tell us a little bit about what you experienced as a kid.
Well, that's the funny thing with it. So, like, I remember it, but I don't have like really strong memories of doing it. So, according to my mum, my dad, and my older brother, I used to sit in my bedroom for hours and just talk to people that weren't there or a person that wasn't there. And like I said, I have very vague memories of doing it, but I don't remember anything that was ever said, and I don't actually remember anybody talking back to me or out like that. Sadly, not. And like I say, when I was in me more skeptical phase, I was just like, oh yeah, well, yeah, it was just a bloody imaginary friend. And then obviously through doing this and speaking to mediums and such, they obviously told me that that's common with kids, and like say like when you get to about 5 or 6, that's usually when it stops, which which it did with me. And then to fast forward a lot, so my last Halloween, I did a Halloween special with JJ Rose, and I told her all about that, and then we finished talking about that, and then carried on, and then we were talking about something else, and then all of a sudden she's just said to me, "Oh, do you remember Charlie?" I was like, "No, I don't know anybody called friggin' Charlie. What the hell are you on about?" And then she told me to ask my mum because my mum's a medium and that as well. So I'd finished recording with JJ, and it was like 11:30 at night. So I texted my mum, messaged her on Facebook. I was like, "You still awake?" And my mum, being the paranoid person that she is, messaged back, "Yeah, what's wrong? What's happened? What's the matter?" I'm like, "No, nothing. Calm down." So I just said to her, I said, "Well, when I used to sit in my bedroom and talk to people, was one of them called Charlie?" And then my mum just said, "Why?" And I was like, "Because I've been told I have to ask you." And she was like, "I can't remember for definite, but it could be because my mum's spirit guide is called Charlie. My dad's granddad was called Charlie, and my dad's uncle was called Charlie."
Whoa.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, and obviously, as you know, JJ's literally on the other side of the world, halfway around the world. How the hell would she? Even I didn't know that. So, how's she going to know that?
That's incredible, man.
It's weird, isn't it?
See, I mean, when you hear something like that, how can people can say lucky guess? That's it. I mean, that would be a
Yeah.
very lucky guess, you know.
Mm.
I mean, I like you, I know JJ very well, and she's done some incredible things. Obviously, she's been on the podcast many times, but she's done some incredible things to like prove to me that her abilities are very real,
Oh,
you know.
same.
Yeah, there's no denying it for me, man. You know,
No, same.
and she's based in California, as
Mm.
you say, and I mean, I had an experience when something weird happened when my wife actually saw something strange one morning. She saw this like silver ball in our bedroom. I don't know
Mm.
if I'm sure I've shared it on the podcast before, but and my wife's into this kind of stuff, but not like us, you know. She's not,
Yeah.
but she saw this ball and she said it just like went through the wall and left, and she was like, "What the heck have I just seen?" And she's telling me about it, and I'm like, "This is crazy. Like, let's draw it." And she just drew this like round silver ball that she saw in our bedroom, right? Wild. And I was like, "Who can I ask about this?" And JJ was obviously one
Mm.
of the first names I thought of. So I've told JJ, and she said this thing. I know she said this to you, where she's like, "Okay, I'm coming over."
Hmm.
Now, obviously, she's not coming over from California just to check my house out to see what's going on. Spiritually, she's coming over in the astral realm, whatever you want to call it. And I'm like, okay. And you know, still, when you're new to this kind of stuff, you're like, "Ah, that seems wild. That sounds crazy, you know."
Hmm.
But JJ's explaining to me, she's like, I'm walking up your stairs, your bedroom's on the left, your bathroom's straight ahead. And she's describing my house. I've never put my house out like the inside of my house, like anywhere, you know, it's not
Yeah.
anywhere. How would you know that? And she's
Hmm.
like describing every part of my house, my kitchen, you know, talking about the sides, how they look and she can see, like, she's there. And I'm like, this is incredible, man. Mind blown. And I'm telling my wife, there's another woman in our house right now. Just walking, she's walking around, it's fine. But for me, that was like pure proof.
Mm.
And it turned out that JJ believes that whatever that thing was like, it was like a drone from another dimension, which is what JJ said it was. And that sounds pretty wild. Don't know what it's doing in my house. Maybe
Yeah.
it's been listening to the podcast. It's just checking me out. I don't know. Very strange. So yeah, man, that is
Yeah, that's
wild.
weird. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
JJ was in my house last night.
Last night.
Yeah.
What happened, man?
Well, I'll give you a little brief bit of it because I'll save this towards the end because it's one of the more recent things.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
recently, well, you know about went on a paranormal investigation, and apparently at that place there's a very negative spirit, and then along with many weird things that now happen in my house, a new one started. So I told obviously our friend Michelle as well from Shell Spooky Stories,
Yeah. Shout out, Shell.
fucking painting. Yeah.
For the
So I
listeners, there's,
thought,
there's a painting in the background of a haunted doll,
well,
which
Shell's haunted doll that
Shell's.
spoke to me before, and I don't
Oh,
like dolls. They scare the shit out of me.
same, brother. Mm.
But yeah, so I told Shell about it, and she said to me, "Oh well, speak to JJ and ask her to come and like have a look around and make sure nothing's followed you back." And I was like, "Well, I wasn't even thinking about that, so now I'm definitely going to have to because now I'm shitting myself." So, but yeah, then she came, had a look around, everything was fine.
Yeah.
Apparently, she spoke to my son, which even I've not done yet because he only says two words, cat and car. So, and
Whoa.
the weirdest thing though as well is right. She said to me, she was like, "Oh, yeah, I spoke to him and he showed me that his favorite toy, a little red truck thing, and that's literally all he plays with.
No.
It's like a bus that he puts all the shapes in."
That's wild, man. It is so wild. Do you like? Obviously, we're in this world of high strangeness and the paranormal, and you go to work, and to us, this is kind of like normal now. Do you tell your buddies about that sort of thing? Like, oh, I had this lady come over from California last night. They're like, what? You know, in the astral realm, you know, she's. Sorry, what?
I tell them bits. I don't tell them everything.
They say listen now. They say listen to the podcast. I mean, oh man. Oh, I mean, it sounds crazy.
Hmm.
Like to someone that's not looked into this stuff that maybe doesn't fully believe it, but they're like interested. It sounds wild. You know, I
Yeah.
get it. But the more we open up to this stuff, and we've seen it, man. We know JJ when she tells us something like that, we know it's real because it's undeniable. You can't guess everything and get it right and just be
Yeah.
like, yeah, she's guessed that. And as you say, you don't put your house out on social media, like the inside of your house. We see the shed, you know, you see my studio here, you
Mm.
know. how could you work out the layout of someone's house?
Mm.
It's impossible. So for
Yeah,
me, it's proof.
yeah. Well, with me as well, she also described my mum's house, my brother's house, and the field behind the shed, and told me
Oh
what flowers
my
were in it. So, like,
gosh,
yeah,
that is.
it's probably my favorite episode I've done because I've literally just sat there like, right, you're scaring the hell out of me, but this is cool.
Yeah, yeah, it's so cool. And
Yeah.
it's like how it's mind blowing.
Mm.
I'd love to see like a skeptical person. I'd love to see her like do it to a skeptical person that like, you
Well,
know,
she did.
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's true. But I mean, at least you're open to this kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Some people are just completely switched off and there's
mm,
no, you know.
yeah, exactly.
JJ keeps telling me that there's something in my shed, in my
Mm.
spooky shed, in my garden, and my spooky shed is just full of crap. Basically, I keep telling her like, I'm going to clear it, and I have cleared it out a little bit, and but you put more stuff in, don't you, when there's a bit of
Yeah,
space? And she said there's something in there that's like important, valuable, and I'm like, what? I need it. I need it. What is it? But yeah, JJ's amazing, man. Shout out
yeah,
JJ. Oh, bro. So it's so interesting to see your journey, like,
mm,
and how it's because I didn't make this saying up. I say it quite a lot. You look into the paranormal, it looks back,
yeah,
and that definitely happens. 100%.
mm,
You can have paranormal experiences all your life, and then
mm,
you start doing a podcast where you're focused on it, and you
yeah,
just notice every. I don't know if it's us, like. Don't know if it's always there and we just don't always notice it, and just because we're switched onto it, we notice more things. But
mm,
you definitely kind of invite it in, which is quite scary.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, that's definitely a thing. I mean, I remember the first time I heard you say that, and I was just sort of a bit like, hmm. And now, to be honest, nearly every guest that I have on my podcast now, I still like catchphrase of yours anyway. So
Yeah, no, it's
because
true though.
and
Yeah,
it's exactly, and like I say, like recently, especially the last so I think it's like the last 6 months that's where like things have really, where like my skepticism has really shifted.
yeah, yeah. How can it not, man? Okay,
Exactly.
so let's go. Let's go back 6 months.
Mm,
So you're open to it. You are
mm,
skeptical. Um, what happened, man? What what
mm.
what was the big change?
So what one of the first things weirdly was with my son. So, and like I say, obviously my mum's a medium and stuff, so she's very much into it and believes in a lot more stuff than I do anyway. And like my granddad was like my favorite person ever. He was fucking funniest person on the planet. He was an absolute legend of a different time, if you know what I mean, but still. uh, so obviously everybody's got pictures of him. I've got pictures of him in my house. My nana does. My mum does. And it got to a point where whenever Elijah would see a photo of him, he'd smile, laugh, and put his hand out and do that. Mm.
Whoa.
Yeah, like for like just like randomly,
Yeah.
and like so then obviously we always like we just refer to my granddad, to my son as grandpa, and like say now, so whenever we go anywhere where there's pictures of him and he knows where they are, so you can say to him, "Oh, where's grandpa?" and he'll turn around and point at the photos of him.
Man.
But I was like, "Well, how the hell does he know who he is?"
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was weird.
Yeah.
Mm.
Did you, so was there a video of your son? He was in the bath or something, and he's like
Yeah.
reacting to someone in the room.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I was going to go to next.
Oh,
So
sorry, man. Sorry.
no. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. That was literally going to be my next bit. So it was after I'd recorded with JJ, and I was there because, like I said, because he kept doing that, and then he was doing the same thing in the bath. So when he sat in the bath, if he like turns around like that, he can see straight into his bedroom. Look straight at his bedroom door. So and he turned around and he was looking at his bedroom door, and he just started smiling and laughing and doing that with his hand again. So I was like, "What are you looking at?" I was like, "Fucking weird." There was only me and him in the house. So the missus, she was at work. So I was like, I don't even know what made me think of this either because I've never even thought of this. But I was like, right, I'm gonna record him and I'll send it to Shell. I'll send it to JJ see if they can like pick up on anything over a video. I don't know. I didn't even know if that was a thing, but I thought, right, I'll try it. So I was just recording him and he was just laughing away. And then I turned it around and pointed it towards his bedroom door. Like I said, it was literally 10-second video. And then when I sent it to them both and I watched the video back, as soon as I turned my phone around and pointed at the door, my phone just glitches out and the screen goes bright green. Right.
Whoa.
And I've got about 700 videos on my phone. It's never happened once, ever.
So it didn't run out of battery or anything. It just
Yeah, yeah.
glitched.
No, just glitch out. But it didn't do it when I was recording it. It's only when you play it back. Because
Whoa, that's
I didn't
weird.
even realize. That's what I mean. I didn't even realize it had happened until I watched it back when I sent it to them.
That's so strange, man. That doesn't
Mm.
generally, and I know you got an iPhone, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That doesn't really I've never noticed that. I've
Mm.
never known that to
Mm.
happen.
No, like I say I haven't. Like I said, I've got like 700 videos on my phone, and mostly all of him. But like I say, and
Yeah.
nothing like that has ever happened.
So as you've turned it, you've got to the
Hmm.
area where your boy's interacting with seemingly
Hmm.
nothing.
Hmm.
It's glitched.
Yep.
That is, I don't know. I have you did send me that video,
Hmm.
and I remember it, and that is wild, man.
Yeah.
How can you explain that?
Well, this is what I mean, and this is where another one of your catchphrases always comes into my head now about not believing in coincidence, because, like, say, that's never happened before, and then just so happened when I think there's some sort of something paranormal going on, and then that's when my phone glitches out, like I say, and I've got like
Yeah,
700 videos. What are the chances of that, really?
exactly.
Mm. There's
And
definitely something to it.
yeah, 100%, man. Was that at the time when it happened? Did you have any feeling or anything like? Because you
Mm.
have times where like your pets or your kids, they'll see something there, and they obviously can't when they're really babies. They can't communicate what they're seeing, and your dog or your cat can't communicate what they're seeing, but you know they're seeing something.
Mm.
It's like an uneasy. How did you feel? Did you feel like there's something there, man, or was it more of a comfort? What was the feeling?
I don't know. I don't know really, because somewhere in the middle, because JJ and Michelle both told me that that it's my granddad that's there, and like I say, he was reacting the way he reacts to photos of my granddad, sort of thing. So I was like, I mean, I don't hate it, but it's because, like I say, because it's like still, even now, it's still like new to me, sort of thing.
Yeah,
Like, it's still a bit weird. I don't know if I like it, but I don't hate it. But
Mm.
there is times now, especially if I'm in the house on my own or if it's just me and him. And like I said, I don't know whether this is just me telling myself things in my head, but there is days and times when it feels like there's somebody else in the house. I don't know where they are, but it feels like there is somebody else there, if that makes any sort of sense.
hmm hmm And is that a good feel or just a weird feeling or a negative feeling? What's that?
It's never a negative one, and it's never a bad feeling. So it's not, like I say, it's not bothering me too much,
Yeah,
to be honest. But it's like but it's definitely weird.
yeah, man. What does the missus say?
Oh, not a lot. She thinks it's all bollocks.
Which is normally the way, you
Yeah,
know. How often do you hear that when you talk to someone who's into this kind
yeah,
of stuff?
mhm,
One like Shell's husband.
yeah, exactly.
You look at the things Shell has experienced, and apparently a complete skeptic.
Hmm.
You know, it's wild, man. It is that,
Exactly.
but that's very common. That's very
Mm.
common as well.
Yeah. She had said though that she wanted to come on a paranormal investigation with me though. So
Oh, so yeah, you're getting her in. You're getting her in. Like I know I've spoke about it with you before. We had some weird stuff going on in the house where it was getting
mm,
like quite negative, I would say. It wasn't good.
mm,
Wasn't enjoying it. And the
mm,
missus went to me, "You've got to stop doing this podcast." And I'm like, "No, I'm not doing it, man. No, it is what it is."
exactly.
Oh
Mm,
man. So your son's experiencing this. You're kind of realizing that okay, you're
hmm.
becoming more open. What happens next, man? What's the next?
Well, the next one was when I planned to obviously start doing investigations. So I bought myself a couple of little bits of equipment. I bought myself a little camera, a little EVP recorder, and some cat balls. And more and more, again, like we'd be sat watching telly, and to me, again, it might just be because it might just be in my head, but or it might just be my missus just thinking I'm a fucking lunatic. But like to me, it always sounds like there's noises coming from his bedroom, because his bedroom's directly above the living room. So I'm always like that, like what was that sort of thing. And she's like, "Oh, it's nothing. It's just the floorboards." And I'm like, "What? Like 5 times going across? Something's bloody stupid." But like I say, she won't have any of it. So then one night again, I was speaking to Shell, and I can't remember I can't remember why I'd messaged her. I think something must have happened, and like she again, we were just talking about my granddad again, and then obviously I told her obviously I had the things that I'd bought, the cat balls and stuff, and she was like, "Oh, use them," and I was like, "All right, fair enough. I'll get one out." So put it on there because my TV's on the wall and we've got like a little shelf underneath it. So I put it on there, and then I message her, Shell, and I'm like, do I have to like say the words out loud and stuff? Like this is like I haven't got a bloody clue what I'm doing. I was like, I kind of just think it in my head because I was like, I feel like a right dick, just sat in my house on my own, like talking to nobody. She was like, no, no, you can just think it. So I was like, all right, fair enough. And I've got a video of this as well. Like I purposely recorded this. So I was just sat there and thought to myself in my head the sentence, "Granddad, if you're here, set off that cat ball." And before I'd even finished thinking the sentence, it went off.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's
hmm
wild, man.
Mm.
I mean, what was your reaction when that happened? What did you?
Literally jaw drop. I just can't even say it. I literally just went like, "Whoa, like what the fuck?"
That's wild, man.
But then at the same time, weirdly, I got like a really warm feeling, like a good feeling. So like that was like good.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Did you continue to communicate?
No, fuck that. I was like, all right, that's enough for now.
Did you leave the cat balls out though?
hmm
Did they go off at any time?
Nope.
See, that's weird.
hmm
Because I only say that because for the skeptics,
hmm
they'll say, "Oh, maybe it was the vibration of the floor," or something, but you have to cancel that out. It would be going off a lot, if it was just left out and it was just vibration or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's really weird, man.
Yeah, I know. Well, the thing is, I've sort of like I say tested them, like because obviously when Billy was doing this and like when he first told me about cat balls, I was just like, well, it should be fucking cat toys, you an idiot, sort of thing. And he was like, no, I was like, anything will set them off, and he was like, no, like literally, like so when I got my own, I brought them in here, I put them on the table, and I was just like tapping along the table and everything, like to like see how much force it would need to set them off and stuff.
Yeah,
And it's a lot more than you'd think, to be honest.
really.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Mm,
So you have to really hit these things to set them off.
mm. Like I said,
Okay.
like that vibrations wise, like I said, I'd put one at one end of the table and then I'd just like knock on the table and make my way down the table
Yeah,
and
yeah,
see like
yeah.
how close and how much I had to actually bloody tap the table for it to go off. And it was a lot
Ah,
closer to it and a lot harder than I thought I'd have to be honest.
I didn't realize
Mm,
that. Yeah, I
yeah.
thought it was just like any movement. That's
No, no.
interesting then.
Mm,
Okay.
yeah.
So you communicated possibly in like a medium would basically. Like you've asked the question and you've got the answer.
Well, yeah, sort of, yeah.
Wow, man. So you said your mum's a medium.
Yeah.
Has she always been a medium? Like,
No, I think she mainly got into it. She was always interested in it. Like I say, like she's the reason I used to watch most haunted and stuff all the time.
mhm.
She's always been into the paranormal and stuff, but she didn't really get into the mediumship side of things until after my granddad died.
Okay.
She used to go and see mediums and stuff, but she didn't think about becoming one herself until after that.
Hmm.
I think it was so
Interesting, man.
about 10 years she's been doing it now.
Okay. So did she do like readings and,
hmm
and stuff like that?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Has she been in the shed?
No.
You need to get her in the shed, man. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So even when your mum had these abilities, even more what that you were quite skeptical at the start as well. So
Oh
would
yeah, yeah. But I used to tell her she was a con artist.
really?
Yeah, yeah. Like she always say she was that like she always used to say she's going to a spooky night. I was bullshit hour then, is it?
That's so wild.
Yeah,
Considering
I
what
know.
you do now, that is so wild, man.
Yeah, I know. Weird, isn't it?
It is, but it's interesting though. It's very
Mm,
interesting. So,
yeah.
does your mum like see what you're doing with the show now, and she's like, "That's my boy."
Oh, she was furious with me the other week because like obviously we'll come on to it. We'll come on to it later on. Like I say, the most recent paranormal investigation that I'd done. Oh, she was absolutely fuming with me. I went round the day before and I was like, "Oh, you are here to pick Elijah up from nursery?" And she was like, "Yeah, why?" I was like, "Oh, I told you I'm going there, aren't I?" She's like, "Oh yeah, I fucking wanted to come there." And I was like, "Oh, fucking hell."
Wow, man. Has your mum got any wild experiences that stand out?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. One weird thing that happened. Must have been about. I think it was just before or just after Elijah was born, so just over a year ago. And my missus was round at my mum's house. Yeah, it must have been just when Elijah had been born then, because he must have been round there. And so my missus is just sat there and like I say, my mum even knows what my missus is like with it. She knows my missus thinks it's all balls and whatever. But so my missus' brother, sadly, he took his own life, and my mum just had really strong connection to him, and like I say, she told my missus that well obviously it was when Elijah was born, because apparently my missus' brother told my mum to tell my missus that he sees him all the time, he's always at our house, my granddad's always there as well, so yeah, and he's proud of her and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, wow.
But like my mum said, like that's one of the strongest she's ever had, because like you say, she had to bloody tell her so they can leave her alone, basically.
Wow.
Mm.
Does she see spirit?
Um, Not that I know of. She's never told me that she has.
Hmm.
But like because they always, so my mum, I think what got my mum into it was when they were kids. One a house that they lived in. Apparently there was a ghost of an old vicar in there, and he used to always sell me auntie's hairbrushes.
Really?
Don't ask, don't ask, because I've never dared to ask. I'm just like, what? That's just what they've always told us. So I've just always been like, fair enough. It's the randomest thing I've ever heard in my life.
A vicar that likes to sit on hairbrushes haunts the house.
Yeah, on an old council estate. What the fuck?
Oh,
Uh,
man, that's wild.
I know, she's weird, isn't it?
You got to investigate that one, man. You got to get in investigate that one.
Oh. Well, they moved out of that house because of it.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
So how did they? I mean, I feel like I want to know. How did they know he was sitting on the hair? What was it? Were the hairbrushes disappearing?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's-
yeah.
What? That's insane, man. Did
So,
anyone?
so, so some just completely vanished. Some appeared in random places.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, that's man. The vicar and his hairbrush.
yeah.
That's, that's what I'm
There's your
calling this
episode
episode.
title, mate.
There we go. Oh man. So when it comes to your mum, is it more of like just like a knowing, like a voice that she hears,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Interesting, man.
Well,
Did it?
I'm assuming so.
Yeah, you've got to get her in the shed.
Yeah.
She can come on, let's get freaky, man. I'd like to talk to her. Did anyone see the vicar? I've got to ask that. Did anyone see a vicar sitting on
Apparently,
hairbrushes?
my auntie did.
She saw him.
Mm.
What, a full-bodied apparition or?
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa.
Mm.
And I can't believe I'm going to ask this. Was he sitting on a hairbrush?
No,
He wasn't on the hairbrush at that time.
no,
He wasn't combing his hair.
no. Well, not to my knowledge, anyway. I don't think so. He
That's
might have
what.
been.
That's wild, man.
Hmm.
But you know what's really like every family, even families that, as I say, I always go back to, even skeptical people, and there's not many people that are like truly just like 100% skeptic. There are, obviously, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong, but you talk to most people, like even last night at work was having conversations about ghosts and stuff, and they weren't like massively into this kind of stuff, but they had loads of experiences and
yeah.
loads of family experiences that have obviously been passed down.
Yeah.
And every family's got those stories of the vicar that sits on hairbrushes. Not that particular one, but so many people have got these wild stories. I find it so
Mhm.
fascinating, man, because we've all got them. Like every
Yeah,
family has got these ghost stories that are like passed down, and they're in the family.
yeah, exactly.
And yours is the vicar who sits on hairbrushes.
Don't
It's
ask.
a long story. So yeah, so what was the next? What's the next big thing, man? Because I know obviously you've been out investigating,
Yeah.
and
So
that must be strange for you.
I was very, very strange, weird as hell. So that was the next like step I took for being more of a believer. So first place I went, so Liam from New Dawn Paranormal, I know who you've
Awesome,
had on the
dude.
show, obviously,
Yeah.
yeah. Shell's obviously a part of the team as well.
Hmm.
So they invited me to the North East Land Sea and Air Museum up in Sunderland. So went there, didn't have a clue what to expect, but they say it's the place they get the most activity ever. That's why they go there so often. So I was like, fair enough, good place to start then. So went there and Liam gave me like a little very quick tour around of the place. And straight away I was like, something off about this place. There's something weird. Like even I could tell straight away. I was like yeah, there's definitely something not right. There's definitely something weird going on. Um, and in some of because it's like different hangars, and weirdly in some of them it's colder than it is outside. Bearing in mind that like I said this is like fucking 11 o'clock at night, midnight, 1, 2 in the morning. Like it's literally warmer outside than it is inside. I don't know whether that's because the big metal boxes. I don't know, or whether it's because whatever's in there. Like I say, skeptical side coming back there, but like I say it was definitely like, and I'm talking a good like noticeable difference. Like there's one that has all the trams and some cars and stuff in. That was like being in a fucking freezer in there. That was ridiculously cold. Um, yeah, so went there and obviously took part in all the investigations. Not a lot happened at first. Um, then so the way they do it, they split up the boys and the girls and stuff. So then we were so the lasses started on an old airplane. I was like, it was really weird. Like probably was like going back in bloody time, sitting on this airplane. It was mad. Um, and we were in one of the hangars, and like I said, not a lot happened, but it did in the airplane for the lasses. So then we swapped. We went in the airplane, and Liam, who was definitely coming into his more medium side of things, like there's some of the things he can pick up on now is insane. So we were on there, and I was like, say, because obviously Shell's working on their medium stuff as well, and they both like picked up on the same things about this, like it was the bloke who was the pilot of this plane, and about how we'd had an affair with a bloody air steward and everything, and yeah, there was like illegitimate kids and everything involved, and like I said they
Whoa.
both picked up on the exact same things, like and in the same places on the plane.
What, without
Like,
like sharing it with each other?
yeah.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. Mm. So there's another member of the team, Mike. He already knew about that. So like Liam kept asking him questions, and he was like, I'm not telling you anything. Yeah, I'm not telling you anything." And he was saying this, and like me and him were just like side eyeing each other, like he's like, "He's right, he's right," sort of thing. And then obviously, like I said, then we had a little break, and we all met up and everything, and then obviously them two told each other what they'd come up with, what they were picking up on, and it was just, oh, it was insane.
That is wild, isn't it?
Mm.
They're both going in there at separate times and picking up on the
Hmm.
same thing.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hmm.
So that's New Dawn Paranormal.
Yeah.
They're a cool group. They've been on the podcast as well. Mike,
Yeah.
he gets attacked quite a lot, right? When he's on investigations, he
But
gets
I saw him get possessed.
really what that
Hmm.
night?
Yeah.
What happened,
Mm.
man?
So, apparently there's like the spirit of an old German spy there. I can't remember what the hell they said his name was. But so we were in the hangar. This was the one that was really fucking cold, and we're on this old bus where a lot of activity happens. and like we were all just on there as one big group now. And it was me, Mike, and Liam. We were sat right at the back of the bus, and all of a sudden, like Mike was just sat there, and then he just sort of went like limp and just like dropped down, like his head just dropped. So we're like, right, I will get him out, sort of thing. And me being the kind, caring person I am, pulled out my camera. So I've got this on video, and then he sort of like perked up a little bit as we got out, as we were getting towards the door, and then I should have rewatched the video. Like he said something, and like Liam was just saying to him like, Mike, are you all right, sort of thing, and then he just says, "Who's Mike?" sort of thing, and then he gives Shell a proper dodgy look. And it's hilarious because then on the video you can just hear Shell, "Don't you look at me like that," sort of thing. And but then the weird thing was the way he was like looking and smiling. Because at first I was like, yeah, have they set this up to like try and wind me up a little bit or something? I was like, that's where my head went straight away. I was like, are they trying to wind me up? But the way, like, if not, Mike is a fucking fantastic actor.
Wow,
So
man.
yeah, it was weird.
Whoa.
I didn't like it at all. So I don't know how he felt. I was just like, I want to go home.
Because that's something that happens to Mike quite a lot on
Hmm.
investigations, I believe. Like when
Yeah,
he was on the podcast talking about it, he just gets
yeah,
overtaken. Like
mm,
he must be, you know, invite. I don't know. I don't even know because he doesn't want it to happen, right? It just
yeah, yeah.
happens.
Mm,
You say inviting in, but he doesn't want it to happen. He's kind of taken over. But he
yeah,
must be open in some way to be able to do that. And like, I don't
yeah.
know. That's terrifying, man.
Yeah, I
I
know.
would not like that at all. I
No,
would not
same.
want that. No way. To not
Mm,
be aware of what you're doing and saying
yeah, exactly.
and did his face kind of change as well when it happens? Like does he morph into that person?
Like it's sort of like at first no, at first he was like he just looked very confused. Like I say when he sort of went, like, oh, who's Mike? He was just like almost like cross-eyed sort of thing. He was just like and then like I say, then the way he looked at Shell and then the way he kept looking back at Liam and like it was almost like a smirk, like like the spirit was doing it like to take the piss sort of thing. And it was just
Oh,
honestly, it was weird. Like I felt horrible while it was happening. I was just like, I want to go home. Just want to go to bed, lock the doors, close the
yeah.
curtains.
I don't need this.
Exactly.
I mean, that must be terrifying. I mean, I talk to mediums as you do as well that
Mm,
like invite this in and like become
mm.
the person that they're. What's the word for it? What is the word for people that do this? I've gone blank on what the word is, but it's like there's a word for it. They like invite the
Yeah.
spirit in, they become the spirit, and sometimes their voice changes,
Mm,
sometimes their facial features actually physically change.
mm,
And oh man, I don't think that's good. I mean,
mm.
I know, but I know that's something that happens to Mike on a regular. So there must be some
Yeah.
reason why that happens to him. He must be
Yeah.
opening it, inviting it in some way. I don't know,
Yeah.
but not for me, man.
Oh no, no. Like I said, I mean, in a way, I kind of want to say fair play to him because he carries on doing it because he enjoys doing it.
Hmm.
But I think, like I said, I enjoy doing it now. But if that starts happening to me, this shed's getting set on fire.
It's
Just
scary,
burn it
man.
all to the
To not
ground.
be in control of yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you see it a lot on investigations, and I know like there's a lot on TV, and there's a lot great people that go investigating, and it's on YouTube and stuff, where someone gets taken over and they start making threats, and they start like getting
Yeah.
actually, it's actually quite dangerous if you think, if they do
Oh
something in
yeah.
that state,
Hmm.
they're still going to jail. There's no way that they're going to be able to say a spirit has took me over and it wasn't me. You
Well,
know.
it's the devil made me do it case, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, but it's not going to sit well in court,
Yeah, exactly.
they're not going to accept that. So it's
No.
quite a dangerous situation if you're really going through that
Mm.
to put yourself into, really.
Yeah, exactly. Mm.
Remember on the Most Haunted, Derek Acora?
Mm.
And I know that can be quite controversial. People say about the Most Haunted and stuff. I used to love that show, and I
Yeah.
think it's a big reason. Like it played a big part in a lot of people getting into this kind of stuff.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
definitely,
a lot of the YouTube
definitely.
channels that are out there now and Ghost
Hmm.
Adventures and things like that, they really stem from that Most Haunted. That really, I think
Yeah.
that was one of the first to do it. There
Mm.
might have been more. I'm not 100%, but I think it was one of the first, and it inspired a lot of people.
Well, it was that in Ghost Watch, wasn't it? Like, 'cause Ghost Watch came out the year I was born, which obviously caused all sorts of fucking problems for the BBC when they brought that out.
Ghost, what? I can't remember what happened there, man. I can't remember.
Have you not seen Ghost Watch?
I don't think so.
Oh mate, like
What?
it's on Amazon. It's a tenner, but trust me, it's a tenner well spent. So it came out Halloween the year I was born, 1992, and people genuinely thought it was real. Do you remember Crime Watch?
Yeah, yeah.
So it was basically that, but Ghost Watch. So
Whoa.
it was done as live. It was Michael Parkinson presenting it all, and then I can never remember the other two that was on it. I know Craig Charles was on it, and he's irritating as fuck. He's so annoying on it. It's unbelievable. He's supposed to be like the comedy value on it, but he's just fucking annoying.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. But and it's and then it's basically like the Enfield Poltergeist thing. So single man, two girls, and obviously the house is haunted by this thing, and they call it Mr. Pipes. And yeah, and like I say, all hell just breaks loose on it. But it because it was done as if it was live, and like I said, they had phone numbers for you to call in. But the idea was if you called the number, it played like a recorded message saying obviously that it's not actually real and all this sort of thing. Because that many people were phoning up, obviously all the circuits got jammed, so nobody actually heard that message or anything.
No way.
And then it ends. It basically ends like and with Michael Parkinson basically being possessed as well.
No.
And then it just like cuts to black. But the thing is, I think it's still like a world record because it had the most complaints ever. And literally, Michael Parkinson's old mum actually phoned the BBC to make sure he was all right.
No way.
Mm.
And it was all set up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
great. Was it just like a one-off episode?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Have I never heard of this, man?
But like I say, it got so many complaints, and I mean the tragedy with it is that hundreds and hundreds, maybe even thousands of kids literally got diagnosed with PTSD from it. And
No way.
then there was an 18-year-old lad with learning difficulties whose house that he lived in, the central heating was knackered, so all the pipes used to knock, obviously like on the shore. And
Mm.
he ended up taking his own life, unfortunately. But
Oh
like, yeah,
no.
exactly. I've actually got an episode coming out about it in a couple of weeks.
Whoa.
But like I say, it's definitely worth watching.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
wild, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the War of the Worlds broadcast, wasn't it? I can't remember what year it
It's
was.
basically that, yeah.
Yeah. And people took their own lives, they
Mm-hmm.
believed this was happening and
Yeah.
oh, that's wild.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how something can escalate very quickly,
Oh
where
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah, definitely.
that would never be allowed now, I don't think,
No,
for that to
no.
happen. That's crazy, man.
Mm.
Because Michael Parkinson
Which
is
all
my
was because they used to do more haunted lives, didn't they? Like I say,
yeah, yeah,
which to me is where the idea came
yeah,
from was because of Ghost Watch.
yeah.
So it was like I say,
Inter
it was very similar to that.
so, but okay. So that was in the year you was born, 1992.
Halloween '92.
Whoa. I mean, I remember watching The Most Haunted Lives. Used to
Mm.
absolutely love it.
Oh, same.
Me and my mum used to watch it together, and it was just like,
Mm.
wow, the Pendle Witch. Oh, what was it? The
Yeah,
Pendle Hill episode.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. You were
Mm.
just watching this show, and I'm assuming that's real. I don't want to say
Mm.
I don't know. I know Most Haunted gets a little bit of stick. Something
Mm.
happened with Most Haunted where, and I don't know the full story, but something happened where they kind of got caught faking stuff or something. I'm not quite sure. Do you know the story of what happened with Most Haunted?
Well, it might be a good little segue because I think one of the things against them was the live episode when they were at 30 East Drive,
Oh, okay. Which I know
which
which we're
which is
going to
where
get
I've just
into.
been recently.
Which, yeah.
Yeah. Now, I I was young when it came out, so I can't remember. Obviously, it was years and years ago now. Can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure Abby from Haunted Devon,
Hmm.
pretty sure she told me that was one of the things that bugged them up because they'd done a thing of somebody getting dragged up the stairs, but you can actually see a rope sort of thing. So it's like,
No way.
yeah, apparently, like I say, I've not looked into it. I need to, but I
Yeah.
think that's one of the things, and Derek Akara, Mary Loves Dick, best bit on it ever. That was actually that was actually set up like the planned that.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
I know something happened with Derek Acora. I know he's passed now. Rest in
Mm,
peace, Derek Acora. I used to love watching. He was great on the show, man.
mm,
And when I went to a Most Haunted theatre show.
mm,
Was it last year? Yeah, it was last October. Not the October just gone. The
yeah.
October before. And it was all the team of Most Haunted, like
Hmm.
Yvette Fielding, her husband. Oh, I can't remember the other names, but the main people from Most Haunted. And it was a really good night. They were like talking and sharing experiences, and you watched a bit of the old film and that. But Derek Acora wasn't mentioned once.
Mm,
So I'm assuming something like
mm. Falling out with
there
it.
was a fallout, I imagine.
Yeah, possibly.
And yeah, man, because obviously he would go to locations, and the thing was is that he didn't know anything about the location he was going to, and he'd share the information, and
Mm,
then they would sort of back up what he said. And I
yeah.
believe that there was some that he would actually look into but this is what I always found out. I mean, found myself is that he obviously knew he was going to like Manchester, for example.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
he knows he's in Manchester.
Yeah, exactly.
How many haunted mansions are there? You could probably do a quick search. He
Yeah.
knows the area he's in, so.
And plus, like I say, I mean, a lot of the places they went to were pretty well known anyway. So I mean,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like I say, given the field that he's in, he's gonna know about more than we do.
exactly,
So
exactly, exactly. And I mean, yeah, I know it's a difficult one. It was great show. I mean,
it's still good
obviously,
though.
it was still good. It was great. I
Yeah,
mean, it got us into a lot of the paranormal,
exactly.
you know. And obviously, but if they are faking stuff, that's not right. We know telly they need results.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
are going to put some stuff on,
Mm,
which is not good. But yeah,
yeah.
it was a great show.
Mm,
Quickly before we get into 30 East Drive, do you remember a show called Strange But True?
yes.
Now that was a show,
Mm,
man. That is something that I used to
mm,
absolutely love.
yeah.
Terrified me as a kid.
Mm.
And that was Michael Parkinson, right? Is that the right name? It was the guy that done This Is Your Life.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, what's his name?
gonna
I thought
annoy
that
me.
was I thought that was Michael
Gonna
Parkinson.
annoy me.
It's not.
Oh.
This is your life. What
I
a
thought
show as well.
who was it?
I thought it was Parkinson. I might. Oh no, Michael Parkinson's the interviewer guy. No. Ah, another interview guy.
Michael Aspel.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, brother.
Mm,
Michael Aspel. That's who I was thinking you were
yeah.
talking about before.
Yeah.
He. So yeah, Strange but True was like
Aye.
short reenactments of paranormal encounters. Oh,
Mm,
great show, man.
yeah.
That used to freak me out. I shouldn't have been watching that really.
It's a bit like True Haunting, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm,
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely,
I
man.
I hope they're going to do more of that. By the way.
Yes, that was great. That
Mm,
was great. Both
mm,
those stories,
both of them were good.
incredible.
Mm,
Yeah, I
mm,
love stuff like that. That actually, that
same.
that True Haunting, I think, is one of the best. Not just saying that because we spoke to Chris,
Yeah.
who's an amazing guy, absolutely incredible guy. They all are, all of them. But that True Haunting
Mm.
is, I think, one of the best spooky ghost things out there right now.
Oh,
It's
definitely.
so good. It's so
Yeah.
good, man.
Mm.
Everyone needs to check that out.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's
Mm.
get to 30 East Drive,
Yes.
which, for anyone that doesn't know, it's one of the most haunted locations, or they say one of the most haunted houses in the UK.
Yeah.
Don't know how they base that because there's a lot of haunted houses, but that's what they say. There's a legend of a monk, a hooded monk, that
Fred the
is
Black Monk of Pontefract.
okay, and he's seen walking around the house. I
Mm.
spoke to Shell this week, so I know I know a little
Yeah.
bit about it as well. So let's go from there, man.
Yeah. So like I first heard about 30 East Drive through Most Haunted, and even when I became skeptical, it was still always a place that interested me. And like I say, it was on my bucket list of places to go. That was very high up. It might have even been top actually, just because of how much I used to love Most Haunted. So obviously, when the chance came to go there, I couldn't say no really. And I was even more intrigued, obviously, when I started speaking to people and telling them that I was going there, because I've never seen a place with so many mixed reviews. Like Liam and other people, obviously from New Dawn Paranormal, told me I never had a bad night there. Always getting activity, always stuff happening. And then I've had just as many people tell me that it's shit, it's a rip off, it's a waste of money, it's all fake. So I was like, which is it? You know what I mean? And put it this way: if there was anything fake happening there, then secondly, I don't know how they're doing it, and I'd probably fake things a bit more.
Okay.
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So it was very weird. So I went in and I didn't know how I was going to feel because I sort of like built it up in my head a little bit. But downstairs, I felt fine. It was like I was just it was like I was in my own house. Felt absolutely fine. I was like, I thought I was going to feel a bit weirder, a bit spookier and stuff, sort of thing. But I was like, I just feel like I'm in a house. And then when we started the investigation, we were getting little bits downstairs, but not a lot. But certainly wasn't feeling anything good, anything bad, or anything like that. It was little bits here and there. And then, like I said, Liam likes to, go boys and girls separate. So then when the girls come downstairs, we went upstairs. Very, very different feeling for me. The upstairs, see, as soon as we got to the top of the stairs, I was like this feels very different up here. Not sure if I like this. So then we went into the first bedroom. Couple of cat balls going off, spirit box on the go, and Liam and Michael sat on a bed. Another guy on a chair, another guy on the floor, one corner. I was on the floor, sat right next to the door. So I was just recording. Obviously, we're all asking questions and stuff. And then all of a sudden, my arm just started to feel warm. I was like, what the fuck? So got the light on my phone, and then I had two scratch marks down my arm. Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah. So that was weird. Like I say, I mean,
That's
again,
very
again,
weird.
again, the skeptical side came up for me because I was like, I've like, brushed it against someone on the stairs, or something like that, or coming up the stairs. But I was like, why has it just started to feel warm now, sort of thing?
Whoa. So it wasn't like you
So
didn't feel like a scratch, it was just like a warmth, and then you
yeah,
saw it,
hmm
which is weird as well, you know?
hmm yeah. So I mean, that didn't make sense.
How big was it? How big was the scratch?
Oh, it's good. Well, from like there to there.
So
See,
like the whole of your forearm, basically.
pretty much. Well, the best part of it, yeah, there was just like two scratch marks down there.
Yeah, bro, you would have felt that surely if you'd had done that on something.
Well, you'd think so.
Yeah,
I mean, it was only very faint. I mean, I've got a picture here. I mean, I can try and show you, but to be honest, on the camera, it might not even show up. To be honest,
yeah,
because like I say, it was very faint. So, I mean, I'll send you the photo afterwards. But
yeah. Okay. It was like two lines.
yeah, turn the brightness down on the screen.
Whoa. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
see them, man. They're scratches. They are
yeah, yeah,
literal scratches. They're not like just red marks. They're like actual
yeah.
scratches.
Exactly.
That's weird, man. Can you explain
Hmm.
that?
Exactly. I can't.
Which is what used to happen on Most Haunted Live,
Hmm.
which was one of the things that used to freak me out so much is
Hmm.
when one of them would go, ah, and then there'd
Yeah.
just be like cut or scratch. And you're like, what the
Hmm.
heck?
Exactly.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah. Very, 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 very weird. And like I say, I just didn't like it at all. So there's three bedrooms. So you go up the stairs, bathroom's in front of you, which is where the old dad of the family that lived there when it all started kicked off, Joe Pritchard, he dropped down dead on the bathroom floor in there. And then there's the bedroom next to that, which is where that happened. I just mentioned then. Then there's the main bedroom, master bedroom, the biggest bedroom of the two, and then there's a very small bedroom next to that. So then we would. So then, well, no. After that, let people in there behind the scenes on paranormal investigation. So after that happened, we went downstairs and had a pizza.
Domino's, Pizza Hut.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh, Domino's.
Yeah. Yeah. So then obviously
Hmm.
we had some to eat, and then we went back and we carried on with the investigation. So we went back upstairs, and we went into the main bedroom, the biggest of the three. And every single time I walked into that bedroom, I literally, when someone walks over your grave and you get "Ugh," like that.
Hmm.
Every single time I walked past into that doorway. That's what happened. Every single time I went in there. Must have happened about 10 times.
Well, every time.
Every single time without fail. I walked
Oh.
in there and I was just like, no, I don't like this.
So you're like you're either walking through something.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's weird.
Yep. Hmm. But that was the worst room of the three for me. The small bedroom didn't do anything. Well, weird thing to say. Didn't do anything for me. Like I say, no, didn't. Well, to be honest, I didn't spend a lot of time in there, but that's because I didn't really feel like much was happening in there.
Hmm.
But in that main bedroom, I did not like the feeling in there at all. And then that was when I tried scrying for the first time.
So for anyone that doesn't know scrying, that is,
You look at yourself in the mirror, basically.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So do
people.
you have to do it with a red light?
I don't think you have to. I mean, because I googled it afterwards because I'd never even heard of it, to
Hmm.
be honest.
Yeah,
And apparently, people have done it. People have done it with candles and stuff, where you look into the flame of the candle and stuff, and you get the same sort of reactions and stuff.
yeah.
So it's
So
basically any reflective service, I believe.
okay, and the thing is, you look into the mirror or the reflective surface,
Mm.
and you are supposed to see your face change into something else. Like you see something else,
Yeah, well,
basically.
there's lots of different things you can get out of it. Apparently, like say from googling it and stuff, like you can get messages come through, like say your face can change, you can see other faces, all that sort of stuff. So, I think it's one of them. I don't think there's really any like for what happens. I don't know if there's any way of. I mean, there's probably some people out there who are skilled enough to get certain things to happen that they want to happen, but obviously I didn't have a bloody clue what the hell I was doing. As far as I was concerned, I was just sat staring at myself. Yeah. But yeah, that was a very very strange experience, and it's not what I'm going to rush to do again. Put it that way.
What happened, man?
So Liam done it first, and he wasn't getting on. He wasn't picking up much, to be honest with. So obviously when he said, "Oh, you try it," and I said, "Well, if you're not fucking picking up on anything, I'm not going to, am I?" But I thought, right, sorry, it's something new. Try everything once. So I sat there for a while, asking questions with the spirit box going, and weirdly, it was when Liam said to me, he was like, "Oh, are you feeling anything? Are you seeing anything?" And I was like, "No, not yet." But then all of a sudden, my legs went freezing cold, and then my back felt like it was on fire. Which to me is weird as hell. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah. So
It-
yeah, didn't like that.
was it at that? Because you sent me the video of that, or you put the video out. I've seen the
Mm,
video,
yeah.
and you're like, no, not happening. You
No,
was
so
like,
no, so that it gets worse. Well, for me it does anyway. So after I'd said that, it felt like my eyes just went like I couldn't blink. I even said to Liam, I was just stood there, I was like there staring. I said to Liam, like, I feel like I can't blink. And then I was just like that. And then what when it got the weird part where the real weirdness started was it felt like I couldn't meet my eyes in the mirror. Like it felt like I was looking straight ahead, but in the mirror it looked like my eyes were just like looking here, not like directly in the middle, like just looking off to the side. And
oh,
then the more I was staring, then God's honest truth, what I seen was whether it actually happened, whether it was in my head or not, I don't know. But what I seen was I was staring at myself, and my eyes looked to the right, but I didn't.
bro.
Then that's why that got that reaction. I was like, no, fuck that, no, don't like that, not doing that, no, I'm gone.
Man, that just gave me chills. You
Mm,
see those videos, when you see those videos of people like looking in the mirror, and then I don't know if I don't, they might not be real, I don't know. And then one of the eyes goes like, looks the other way in the mirror,
mm,
like that.
yeah. Well, that's what I'm waiting to happen with this bloody painting the shells. I've said if I come in here one day and the eyes are facing the wrong way, I'm setting fire to it.
That would be amazing. I mean, scary. Oh my gosh. So you're looking in the mirror, and it's
Hmm.
not focused. You're looking straight, but there's a slight. It's
Yeah.
different. You're like looking
Hmm.
into. Because people say with certain mirrors that like it could be like you're looking into like another
Yeah.
realm, another dimension, whatever you want to call it.
Hmm.
And it's you've seen the eyes move, like clearly.
Yeah, so like I've lifted my glasses up because obviously it's reflecting in it, but like I was just like that, and then what I saw in the mirror was my eyes just go.
No.
Mhm.
I mean, what? What? So it's still your face. You didn't see your
Yeah,
face
yeah,
change.
no. But
What?
when I'm trying to get this bloody video to load because my eyes look fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like me,
It affected you.
everybody I've showed it to, every single person. I mean, it helps that the it's red light, but
Yeah.
everybody says, "Oh, you look like you look like some sort of fucking demon because of my eyes."
Whoa.
Mm. I'm just trying to get it to bloody. It
Bro.
won't
So
load.
you had the scratching.
Hmm.
You had the burning sensation in your back,
Yep.
which I've heard before as well, and that's very
Mm.
strange. And the leg
Mm.
feelings, and it's like, do you think something was trying to attach to you?
I don't know because, like I said, because I think so because afterwards, like I said, obviously you've seen my reaction. It was nope, no, I'm gone, I'm gone.
Yeah, he was
I
out of
was like,
there. Don't blame you.
I'm going outside. I went outside for a bit, and Shell came out and cleansed me and what have you. Loads of sprays, burning wood around me, and all sorts of stuff to help you. It's very very different stuff to me. Uh, And then when I went back up, and then that was when all sorts of stuff was happening with Mike again because that was when he started, and it definitely didn't help that he was doing it whilst holding a pair of rosary beads. But to be honest with you, unfortunately, because I was like, no, I'm gone, I missed the majority of what was happening with him.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, so he took a bad turn. He was
Mm. Again.
yeah. So
Yeah.
do you think that's possibly what was happening to you? Do you think you were getting close to being,
Possibly. Possibly.
bro?
Yeah. Like I say.
So again, 6 months ago, skeptic
Exactly.
to getting taken over. That
Mm.
is wild, man.
Hmm.
Does it work? Because I mean, this we obviously love talking about this stuff. Find it
Yeah.
fascinating, but that thought of something trying to take me over. That's very
Mm.
scary. So that really like
Mm.
careful what you wish for, basically.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely.
Did that obviously worried you? It must have done, man.
Oh yeah, yeah, fucking right it did. I
Yeah.
mean, like I say, because like I say, it might not have even happened. It might have just been in my head. I might have just been getting in my own head.
Mhm.
And like I say, I don't know whether, I mean, I don't know if it was just a case of sat staring at myself for so long. You see, like you say, you do start seeing things or something. I don't know, but that's what I seen. Whether it actually happened or not, I don't know. Like I say, it doesn't happen on the video, but it's what happened to me.
Yeah,
So
you saw it. Yeah.
that's all
Yeah.
I can take from it.
Yeah.
But like I say it was a very horrible feeling. I didn't like it at all.
Man, and I mean the scratches alone. That
Mm.
is because they were a clear scratch. Like you get your
Yeah,
fingernails and scratch, you can see the scratch. Like you would feel that surely. Like I mean,
yeah,
you could say maybe you're heightened and you've bashed it, maybe, but I mean I don't think so. I
yeah,
think
exactly.
there's something going on there, man.
Yeah. Oh,
Whoa. Are
look at
these
my
the eyes?
eyes.
These are the eyes.
Mm.
You do that again. People listening won't be able to see this, but I'll
Look at my
slowly.
pupils.
Yeah, man, you look terrified, bro. So that was as you were seeing it. That was like as it was happening.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what my eyes are they just went massive.
Yeah.
And like I said, I literally felt like I couldn't blink. Like
Yeah, what
it felt like
after?
if it, no, no, no. Well, this is the other thing that I'm a little bit worried about now. So, like I say, at the time, like I say, as soon as like I had the thing with my legs and my back, it I didn't I couldn't feel anybody doing it, but because I couldn't blink, it felt like somebody was doing that to me because like I felt like I couldn't
Holding your
blink.
eyes open.
Yeah, yeah. I felt myself go like oh my eyes dead wide. Now I even said to Liam like I feel like I can't blink. I was like this is fucking normal sort of thing. Mm. But
Whoa.
like I say, so then when I went outside and obviously Michelle cleansed me and what have you, like my eyes were itchy as hell afterwards. And now I've got fucking two styes, them styes that you get on your eyes, like a little
Yeah.
spot thing on your eyelids. I've got
Hmm.
one on each eye now. I've never had them before ever.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, look, again, is that coincidence?
Don't think so, man. I don't think so. And when you put all
Mm,
the things together that you experienced, I know when you're going into a place like 30 East Drive,
mhm.
you're going to have heightened senses anyway because you know the history. And I
Yeah,
think
exactly.
there's something that comes into play with that. But at the same
Mm,
time, you're an openly skeptical guy.
mhm.
You're not going to go in there and start making things happen. You know,
No, no.
you've experienced that, man, and I think
Yeah.
that's happened.
Mhm.
Whoa. So I think I've done scrying without knowing that I've done scrying. It's called scrying, right? With the mirror.
Yeah.
I think I've because I have looked at myself in a mirror in the
Mm,
dark and seen like my face looking like it's changing. Freaky as I just thought it was kind of a I don't
yeah.
know, maybe there is a thing when it's dark and you look in a certain
Mm,
spot, your eyes do change sometimes, like things do
mm,
seem to move and stuff, but I don't know, man. But that is wild that you saw your eyes do that.
mm.
So you mentioned the name Pritchard. Is that the guy that passed away? That
Yeah.
that
So that was the family that lived there when obviously like the when well they were like the original family there that got terrorized and stuff by by Fred as he's called.
yeah, and that's the
Mm.
monk.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no. So Fred the monk, Joe Pritchard was the dad of the family that lived there.
Okay, yeah,
So
and
two different people.
they kind of documented what was happening, and that's what kind of got 30 East Drive its name.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So then the only other real convincing, weird, whatever you want to call it, thing that happened after that was with now we what the only thing that I was a bit with this is because it was on an app and I'm not a big fan of the apps. Like I like the spirit boxes and stuff because I mean I know they're essentially just radios, but
Hmm.
like to me an app can be programmed. You can't program a radio.
Yeah.
Nah. So I was just recording the room. We were all in there, and then there's a picture of Joe Pritchard in the living room, and it's actually it's shell that shell that my camera's facing at the time, and then you can hear on the video that the speaker it says over the speaker the man in the picture. Mm-hmm. And
Whoa.
like we were asking, who's here, sort of thing, and
And
that's
it
what it come
said the
back with.
man in the picture. See, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm like you with the apps because
Mm.
obviously they're smartphones. They know
Yeah.
things. We know they're
Mm.
listening to us anyway, so
Mm.
they can pick up on
Yeah.
things. But for it to say something that's like, uh, you would have to know.
Mm.
It'd have to be told that there's a
Mm.
picture of Mr.
Yeah.
Pritchard on the wall, you know?
Yeah. Exactly.
For it to just come out with that, that's quite strange.
Mm. Yeah. Which, like I said, the reason I don't like the apps is because, like I say, they can be programmed. You could
Mm.
download an app and it could be programmed that every 50 times it has to say the words "get out." Every
Yeah.
40 times it has to say the word "hell." You know what I mean?
Mm.
That could very easily be done.
Yeah.
I think that's
Which,
the reason I
which,
don't like the apps.
yeah.
But shoot, like, well, I mean, I suppose that could be a phrase that you could, because I mean, I say if you're investigating a haunted house and stuff, then
Yeah.
there might be pictures of people on the wall.
That is
So,
true. That is
but
true.
that it seems too much of a good sentence and too
Yeah.
much of a coincidence for that to be the case. But I
Yeah.
don't know. I
Yeah.
don't
It's
know.
interesting, man. Didn't some of the guys stay there that night as well, right?
Yeah, fuck that.
That wasn't you then.
No, I was back at the premiere in me.
Did it not scare? Was you freaked out though? Because obviously you've been in a place like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It must have still been scary. I mean, what was it like going back? Was you worried that you'd brought something back?
No, not really. To be honest, like I say, we got back and it was literally a case of I sat down. I sat down on the bed, turned the telly on, and then sat and watched the telly for about 20 minutes, and then thought, I feel all right. To be honest, it was
Hmm.
weird. I don't know
Hmm.
whether, like you say, Shell doing the cleansing helped or what, but I was like, I feel okay now. To be honest, I was like, but then the weird thing was that I set an alarm for 8:45 because me, Liam, and Mike had arranged to go for breakfast at 9 o'clock. So I thought to myself, I'll set because it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, which to be honest is the time I normally go to bed anyway, and I'm still up at 6:30 normally, even when I'm not at bloody work. It's a fucking nightmare. Yeah, but I was like, right, I'll set an alarm for 9:15 just for a laugh, and then that's what woke me up. So, but I thought to myself, there's no way in fucking hell I've slept till quarter to bloody nine. I was like, oh, fuck, I must have turned one of my work ones on. I was like, it's gonna be like 6 in the friggin' morning, isn't it? Got up, like all that, looked at my phone, and said, shit, no, yeah, it's quarter to nine. Fuck me. I felt I was absolutely knackered.
Yeah, just strange, man.
Mm. Properly, fucking
Yeah.
exhausted.
Whoa. Didn't some of the guys that stayed in the house as they were sleeping in the front room, Michelle said there was like a glass uh wall or something, and they were seeing like a shadow on the other side of the glass. Did you hear that?
Oh no, I've not heard that one yet. I know
Yeah.
because Michelle's she's putting a podcast out about it. She's got little voice clips off everybody, so
Hmm.
yeah, I've not heard that yet.
And she also said that there was a lady, I'm not sure who it was, a lady was standing at the front of the house and a man came along and asked them what you
Mm,
guys were doing, and then he
yeah,
seemingly disappeared.
disappeared. Yeah,
That's
yeah, that
weird.
was weird. Yeah.
That is weird, man.
Mm. Yeah. Well, I took my laptop, my microphone, and everything with me. I planned to do a bloody episode there, but I wanted to get the video for it as well,
Yeah.
and I had to get the only way you can get Wi-Fi now is if you use next doors. But unfortunately, the only room that was going to be like really suitable for doing the podcasting was at the other side of the bloody house, and it was the only room where the fucking Wi-Fi signal was horrific. So I got like 5 minutes of me and Liam talking. That's about it.
Okay. Maybe you can do
So,
like a follow-up one after and just
yeah.
throw the clips in. That
Yeah.
is wild, man. I mean, can you
Yeah.
imagine living? I said this to Shell, but can you imagine living next to a place like 30 East Drive? Like what?
Yeah.
That would be so weird.
Mm, exactly.
To have that
Well,
history.
yeah. Well, Liam looked into the history of the place. So, and apparently the roundabout, because I didn't realize, I thought it was like I didn't realize it's like it's on the end of a road, and then there's like a big green grass area that's like a big fucking roundabout opposite it. And apparently that's where the old gallows were, where they used to hang people.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. Because he looked into it, because apparently they one time when they were there, they were doing a spirit box session and asked if it was the house or the land that was haunted, and then the spirit box just said gallows. So that was when Liam
Man.
looked into it. So yeah,
Yeah.
just to make it that little bit weirder.
Yeah. So would you go back? Would you go back there?
I would just to see if anything similar or anything different happened. But to be honest, like I'd go back anywhere where something has happened.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
If I went somewhere and got nothing, then I probably wouldn't go back. But I'd always go back anywhere where something happens.
Hmm. I
That's
mean,
what I've decided.
yeah, there's a lot of these houses. 30 East Drive, you've got the house in Enfield,
Hmm.
which is like the Conjuring movies are based on. You got
Mm.
places all over the US. All the Rams in like Wales, I believe that's in. And there's these names of these places that like stand out. They're quite commercialized now, and a
Mm.
lot of teams go there every week. But there's houses like this everywhere. Like
Yeah.
there's, you know, and I think this stuff happens everywhere as well.
Mm.
The unseen world, whatever you want to call it, it's all around us. Stuff happens in your house, stuff happens in my house, but there does seem to be places, and maybe it is because paranormal teams go there every weekend and they're putting in that energy as well. It kind of heightens. I don't know, but there does seem to be places for that are just like terrifying places for East Drive. These kind of places.
Yeah. I mean, I think with 30th Drive, it's like it's the backstory to it, like say with the whole Fred the Black Monk, and obviously what the family reported to have happened and all that
Hmm.
sort of stuff. Because obviously, like I say, there's plenty of haunted houses. But I mean, I'm pretty sure the Enfield house that's just a normal house now. That's just got people living in it. It's not like
Oh, can you imagine that?
yeah. Yeah, but I don't believe in the Enfield one anyway. I think that was all bollocks.
Really?
Yeah, I don't believe that one. It's
Okay.
the it's it's the photos.
Well, there's like the floating girl.
Yeah, where she's clearly jumping. So
I mean,
can't.
obviously they got a lot of
Yeah. The
press at
the
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 time.
only the only thing that I haven't got an answer for on that is the whole talking with a mouthful of water business.
Yeah, the voice.
Yeah, that's the only
That's
thing I haven't got an
weird.
answer for. But for everything else, I just think no, not for me.
Unless that's just a mad skill that she's got. I
Yeah, I
mean,
don't know.
I mean, that is weird. I used to go uni right near that house, and I never saw it. I don't think. May
Yeah, I
have
know it
walked.
came up in the quiz. Remember?
Yeah, of course. The Spooky Shed quiz, which no one needs to watch. Sorry, man.
Both of them.
No, everyone needs to watch. They are on YouTube, on all listening platforms as well. We've done two quizzes, and I don't want to give it away, so I won't tell you how I did. But go and listen. They're great fun. Always great fun, man. I think they're fixed, but they're great. I'm joking. No, I love doing them, man. So, but you're. Oh, I've got to ask you. I was about to wrap it up, but I just so JJ Rose had to come and help you this week
Mm,
at your house
yeah.
regarding 30 East Drive.
Yeah.
What
So,
happened?
because again, I was speaking to Shell, and recently something new has been happening in my house. So rather than like say with cat balls and stuff going off, and there, that was one I forgot to say as well before we went to 30 East Drive.
Let's
So
go.
we've got one of them. It's like a box unit, where it's like steps up, but it's like you can put like boxes in it and stuff. It's where we put all his toys in. Then there's books, fucking candles. That's what my house is full of, bloody candles. What is it with women and candles, by the way?
Oh, I know.
And honestly,
Tell me about it, bro.
thousands of them.
I know.
Yeah, but then we've got two sections on it that are full of books. And one night, me and Elijah were just playing in the living room, and literally two of the books flew off the shelf. Yeah, so that was weird.
But you saw him fly off.
Yeah, I took a picture of it
Whoa.
and sent it to Michelle. I was like, right, this has just happened.
Whoa. And
And
how
then,
far did they fly? Was it like,
yeah, well, one of them we've got like a puffy thing, footrest thing.
hmm
So they just bounced off that. So they only went about what's that, a foot.
still quite far for a book to just fly,
Oh
yeah?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Whoa.
Hmm.
That's weird.
Yeah, but then someone keeps tapping me. I've got a bin in the bathroom, and it's got like a lid on it that flaps. I don't know what the hell you call it.
A flappy lid.
Yeah, basically, yeah, one of them. And so someone keeps playing with that.
Well, you're hearing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro.
Hmm. So obviously, I was telling Shell about it, and she was like, "Oh, yeah, get JJ to come over and have a look and make sure there's nothing negative there. If anything's come back with you from there." And I was
hmm
like, "Well, I didn't think about that until now, you bastard." But
Yeah. See, that's the thing. You don't
Mm,
know, do you? Because
exactly.
how do you know? Like you might with attachments, how do you know you've got an attachment straight away? Like I don't know how it
Mhm.
works. Is it a build
No
up?
idea.
So what did
No
JJ
idea.
say? What did JJ say?
No, she said there's not nothing negative here, but Elijah is open as hell, so there's all sorts of different people and things that come to see him apparently.
Whoa,
My granddad's always here. And then like I say, she apparently like I say, apparently she could speak to him, so apparently he showed her around the house, showed her all her favourite toys, including that again red bust that he plays with all the time that she knew about. So
that's
very, very weird.
wild, man. That is wild. It's safe to say I think he's going to grow up being a part of the shed. That's for
Mm.
sure.
Well, I sent her a thing before on his baby monitor. Just, an orb was just floating around his head, and I sent it to her, and she said that he's a natural born medium, apparently.
Whoa.
So that'll be interesting.
Which, if you look at it, your mum is.
Mm,
I think possibly you are, man. By the sounds of it, it
mm.
sounds like
You never know.
yeah, yeah. The more open you become, the more you're
Yeah.
experiencing, and
Mm,
then your boy as well. It does seem to be in the family line.
yeah.
Whoa, what's been happening in the shed? You said there's been some weird stuff in the shed. Any
Ah,
things
well,
that stand out?
Billy's old chair that's like spun around a little bit. Just like moved to the side. That's happened twice. But the weirdest one. So one of the first times I was in here, the door flew open one night. That was the wind.
Hmm,
That was the wind. Um,
you hope.
but, yeah, exactly. But it did freak me out a bit. I'm not gonna lie. So now I've put like a padlock catch on the inside. So then obviously when they unlock the shed, I'll like basically relock it from the inside.
Yeah,
And like I say, I mean, well, you know yourself. I've had nights in here where it sounds like the fucking roof is gonna come off.
yeah.
But the keys that I leave in the padlock never move. But this one night they were just swinging. I hate myself because I wish I'd recorded it because my phone's always here, and
Yeah.
it's literally right in front of me there.
You don't always think of that though, man, when you're having a weird
Oh no,
moment
no.
like
Well,
that.
I got up and just like held it still. I was like, stop it,
Yeah.
and they
Whoa.
never moved an inch again.
That's weird, man.
Mm. Yeah, that was weird.
He went stop it and it stopped. That reminds me of something that happened. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just, it was more like because I was in the middle of recording, so I was just
Yeah.
like I just done it as a joke. I just grabbed loads. I was like, stop it.
Mm. We were staying, it was my sister-in-law's wedding. We were
Mm,
staying in this, I can't remember the name of the place, but it was like an old manor house.
yeah.
And obviously we're at the wedding, a few drinks are flowing and stuff, so I was a little bit tipsy.
Ah, yes, I've heard this
I haven't
story.
told you this one. And we were staying in this manor, and me and the missus are in like a four-poster bed. Like it's
Mm,
proper old school, lovely house, massive rooms, massive bathroom. Kids are in the room as well. They've got their own beds. And we obviously I was very tipsy, so
mm,
I kind of remember this, but the missus kind of reminded me the next day, and she said we had the bathroom door was open and the light was on, and it had this big chain that was like hanging, which was
mm.
flush the toilet with. I don't know what it's called, but it had this big like stone thing on the end of it, like a
Like a
big thing.
weight.
Yeah, like what? Yeah, and it was just swinging.
Hmm.
And there was weird noises all night. It was very weird, but a very old place. So obviously old
Mm.
floorboards and stuff. People running around. It was a wedding, so there could have been people running about up to shenanigans, whatever. The missus woke me up and went, the thing's swinging. She told me about it, and I was like, okay, okay. And I do remember it, but it's like I was tipsy. I went into the bathroom and this thing's swinging, and apparently I grabbed it and held it and went, this is weird. I went, I know. I know. Something like that. So, very strange.
I've heard you tell this before. I don't know if you told me this or if you were telling somebody else in your episode. I'm sure you said before. You were just like, it's okay,
Yeah, or something like
okay.
that. It's okay, or I know. It's like that. I was just like, it's okay. I know. I know. And then I went back to bed, and then it started swinging again.
Mm.
And the missus said she just shut the door. It just freaked her
Oh
out.
well, clearly you just need to go down my route then and just be like, stop it.
Stop now. Oh, sounds wild to people that are not into this stuff, brother. But it's
Yeah, I
so
know.
our buddies that listen that are not into this are like, oh, what's going on, man? But it is what it is. You look into the
Exactly.
paranormal, it looks back.
It definitely does.
Oh, is there anything else, man? Anything else that's happened weird and
That's it
wonderful?
for now, mate.
That's it for brother.
Yeah.
It's been an absolute pleasure as always. Absolutely love talking to you, man. Can you tell the listeners where they can find you and the Spooky Shed?
They can find the Spooky Shed on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that sort of good stuff. On all the social medias, best one to find us on is Instagram at the Spooky Shed Podcast. There's a link in the bio there for everything, merch stores, like I say, YouTube channel, TikTok page, Facebook, all that. Don't use the Twitter anymore or X, whatever the fucking hell it's called nowadays, because it's just porn basically, isn't it? So
I wouldn't know, brother. Don't go on it.
yeah, don't.
I
Used
am
to be
always
great
on
for
it.
football, Twitter.
I know. That's where you got all the rumors and stuff.
Exactly, you can't go on it now
Yeah.
because well, I mean, there's still someone there, but you've got to scroll through 10 pairs of tits before you
Yeah.
see anything.
It's just porn and fighting, basically. That's all I
Yeah,
get.
exactly.
And
Mm,
people say it's your algorithm, but I'm like, can't be, I can't miss it. Is
exactly.
there every so, you know?
Exactly.
And then you have to look.
Mm.
I'm joking. You're a legend, brother. Thank you so much, man. We'll do this again very soon.
No
People need to
problem,
go
mate.
and check out the Spooky Shed. It's absolutely fantastic. I just threw my pen. We'll be back very soon for more freaky conversations. In the meantime, stay safe and keep it freaky. Bye for now, brother. Love you, man. Thank you very much.
No problem, mate. Been a pleasure as always.